Hi there. Welcome to Pride and Perspective, the podcast where we talk to interesting people, do cool things, and most importantly, get ahead of the curve when it comes to what's going on with the progressive and the LGBT community. Today we are at Janet's Closet, and if you haven't been here, what are you waiting for? Lexi and her team, loving, supportive staff, some really wonderful, fun fashions and shoes and accessories, and you can see just such a makeup aisle. Anybody who loves makeup is going to just swoon when they see all this stuff here. Today is day 5. I've been involved this past weekend on a great shoot for a wonderful documentary. And I have the director, the executive producer, the chief cook and bottle washer here with me. I want you to introduce yourself and introduce the project to my friends.
So hi, I'm Desmond Picotte. I'm a photojournalist and director from New York City, and excited to be in Detroit for the second time in 6 months to be working on this project, a documentary film called The Ladies of the Midwest. We've been following around TGDetroit, which is a group of ladies from all across the Midwest on various ends of the gender spectrum, who gather in Detroit for a long weekend of partying, makeovers, karaoke, etc. And the film is really highlighting the importance of trans joy and finding community and looking to nightlife as a source of resiliency. And I've been, welcomed with open arms by all the ladies here, and really trying to show that trans people exist all over the U.S., not just in metropolitan areas, and they exist in all ages and all ranges of diversity. So, yeah, very honored to be here with you today.
We're thrilled, and I've been humbled and grateful to be a part of this project. Tell me, how did you learn about TGDetroit, and what made you want to do a movie like this about us?
So, about a year ago, I received a piece of fan mail, which I very rarely receive. But my photography is largely on the trans and LGBTQ community. So, a member of TGDetroit had stumbled upon my photography and wrote to me expressing what it meant to her to see images like that, and that she would love to be photographed by me. So, her name is Elle, and we struck up a correspondence, became pen pals of sorts. And I was asking her about her community and about, if there are other people in her life similar to her. And she introduced me to TGDetroit, introduced me to the board, and I attended a board meeting, and I was just like, hey, I'm here. I would love to document what y'all do and learn more about it. So they invited me to the October 2024 invasion, and I just came with my photo camera and my cell phone to do some recorded interviews. And immediately upon arriving, I realized that this was so much more than just a photo essay, that seeing the way everybody walked and talked and could share their story in much more detail would be important. So I walked away from that weekend very softly pitching photo essay version of it, but I knew that I wanted to take it much further. So once I met Fernanda, our amazing cinematographer, immediately she was on board, and we got to work making a documentary happen. So the stars aligned, and we came back for the April 2025 invasion, and have been spending the weekend with you, getting lots of interviews, slice of life footage, doing some glamour shots with a lot of the ladies, and showing, the wonderful store that Janet's Closet is and how important it is to the community.
As you're editing and you're trying to put together the story arc here, what are some of the takeaways that you have based on this weekend and then your earlier transfusion?
I think one of the most important things I've really witnessed is how important this weekend is to a lot of ladies who don't have access to trans community as immediately as they do here, and how important it is to have everybody come offline and be in the same space and kind of share in moments of sisterhood, whether that's fixing each other's makeup, going shopping together, things that we think of as innocuous, but really are so transformative to people who are coming into themselves, especially when the outside world is so hateful and resentful towards trans people. Just being able to be in a community of people who see you for who you are and respect you and help give you the confidence to go out in public and have a great time together and not just be in a little bubble. So, as we've moved from October 2024, where things still were not great for trans people, now into April 2025, things are steadily going downhill. I find that weekends like this are going to become even more increasingly important to maintaining the mental health and safety for trans people, and especially trans people of a certain age who are coming out later in life and need, support and validation in that journey.
You talk to first timers at our event. You talk to folks like Samantha and I, who we were in the trenches there for a long time. You talk to current board members. You talk to all sorts of people. Is there a common chord you think ties the passion for this event together? Is there one thing that really, one common denominator that everyone has?
Well, everyone's journey is unique and different, but it's been so amazing doing the interviews and getting to know these ladies, to hear them talk about how the internet became a great catalyst for them discovering that they're not alone and that there are other people out there like themselves and that this isn't a deviant, thing. But then getting everybody in a room together, you just get to see how much joy and energy. Like, these ladies are running laps around me. Like, I'm in bed hours before everybody else because there's such. I imagine this adrenaline around the joy is so important and keeps everybody coming back year after year. And that joy is infectious. So that's why you keep seeing new people show up with each invasion.
Is there a story that really touched your heart from this weekend?
Oh boy. Yeah, quite a few tearful
Well, share one or two with us.
moments. It's been really beautiful just kind of capturing the small moments between ladies sharing stories of their family back home, their grandchildren, just being able to be regular ladies and kind of seeing the transformation in people's energy as the weekend progressed, from maybe being a little bit nervous when they first show up or nervous the last time I met them back in October, and just seeing the guard drop and watching everybody kind of like have this release when, especially the part timers, when they're able to like enter into this weekend and actually be themselves. Listening about some of the ladies' lowest moments in their life and how they really had to take the leap and realize that they needed to live their life for their own sake. And it's terrifying making such a big change, especially when there's so many people that you love and you don't know if they're going to continue to love you. But to see them, get up and say, this can't continue, I need to make sacrifices, and then realizing that the worst fears aren't that scary after all. And there's so many people who will love you, and the people who from your previous life who really do love you now can get to know you on such a deeper, more authentic level.
You're in right now. You've shot 5 days worth of footage, talked to tons of people here, but now the real works. You've got the post production and the management and marketing of all of this. And I know that you're looking for investment capital as well as looking for individual financial support. Tell us a little bit about that process. And if people want to see this come to the screen, come to their TVs, how can they support what you're doing here?
So we will be setting up a GoFundMe where individuals can donate, and we are in the process of courting some fiscal sponsors so people can make tax-deductible donations to the production. You know, I've been very fortunate that for the shooting we just did, so much of the equipment and services have been donated. People have been signing up to make this possible just in their free time. But we need to keep coming to Invasions. We need to keep showing these stories over time, especially as the political climate deteriorates, which, you know, we're predicting is going to continue to happen. So it's very important for us to stick with you all and see how your lives change or don't. So we will be coming back hopefully in July, and we'll be needing to raise a couple $1,000s in order to do that. But yeah, our GoFundMe will be the best way for people to donate at this point in time.
And all that will be in the show notes below. So your contact information and how you can get involved will be there in it.
Correct.
I want to show the world your shirt. Somebody I love is trans. Tell me, what's the biggest takeaway from this weekend, the previous weekend, and when you're sitting there in the editing salon there back in New York, is there a North Star? Is there something that really will be guiding you through this process?
A lot of the political rhetoric right now is focusing on trans youth and kind of acting as if trans people are a brand new thing and this is, you know, some Gen Z issue. But I really want to showcase that trans people have always existed. They're as ancient as human beings are. That we're not going.
Oh, you're talking about us boomers.
But we're not going anywhere.
No,
and
no.
I'm a trans person. I'm transmasculine. I use they, he pronouns. And, you know, it's important for me to show that there are trans people outside of New York City. There's trans people outside of San Francisco and LA, that we are as American as apple pie. And no matter how much you legislate us away, we're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere on this. Desmond, I want to wish you a safe trip back east. I know this isn't the last time we're going to see each other. You said you're going to come back in July 2025. Who knows? But most importantly, your love, your support of our community, the fact that you allow a glimpse into what it's like to party with the Golden Girls.
And y'all are a hoot.
Oh, well, you know. Well, I guess you got a little time to rest up. July will be even better. July's the best one of these events we have. Thank you so much for your time. Oh,
thank you. It's been an honor.
Oh. Well, that's going to do it. I'm Dina. And
I'm Desmond.
And that's our perspectives. Until next time, it's been this time. Thanks.